You know, as I started this video, I have this thing in my head of something else, of Black Mirror. We have reached our Black Mirror stage. Honestly, think about it. I don't know if any of you know what Black Mirror is. It's an amazing series that's on Netflix. Watch all of it. Started the first season. First season is mind blowing. But there is a Star Trek episode on the season before last that is phenomenal. Utterly phenomenal and terrifying. But I want to make the point that we are at our Black Mirror stage. Imagine for the moment, your prime minister of the country, the queen's daughter, the princess, is kidnapped. A letter, maybe on the web or something, comes and says, look, either the prime minister fucks a pig live on television and on the web, or else she gets it. Now, what's the prime minister to do? The prime minister can't let the princess take it, take the bullet. By the same token, he can't demean himself in this way and demean the office in this way. What is he to do? What is he to do? The polling that they take on it, should he fuck the pig? Should the princess just offers get offed? Well, the polling says you look strong not giving into it. Then something happens where something goes bad, and it comes down and says, wait a minute, the prime minister is not willing to fuck that pig for the princess? Oh, boo, we don't like that, boo, boo, boo. So the prime minister bears the burden. He gets on television. They had to make sure there's no shady stuff so they can get angles and everything else. That's what was agreed upon. And he gives it to the pig. And it's what you think it is, him giving it to the pig. Now, the princess is released, but she was released prior to him giving it to the pig. The person who's close to the prime minister knows that. And nobody shall know this. Burn this document. Donald Trump, at this moment, has been infected with COVID-19, a body full of COVID-19, and a head full of experimental drugs. And with all of these factors, can't debate Joe Biden because Joe Biden doesn't trust that he's not infectious. Now, Trump says he is, but Trump lies as easily as he breathes. So how can one trust him? I know you're in Trump campaign, sane, rational. Let's just go on Tucker Carlson and do a medical examination. Do you need to do that, Mr. President? Yes, that's exactly what I need to do. I need to go on Tucker Carlson and do a medical examination. I want to show that I'm free and clear of this virus. Because that's the sane and rational thing to do. I'm Donald Trump. Fuck it. It's 2020. Why not? I got one more month before I'm just decimated in a landslide. So I'm going to go on Tucker Carlson. I'm going to show you the doctor that is going to do that exam. This looks obscene. And I kind of want to even show you the video where Donald Trump is coughing, telling Sean Hannity that he's ready to get out there. I'm COVID free and I'm ready. I'm COVID free and ready. Ready to get out there. Ready. Let's do this. Let's have a campaign. Yeah, no. Just no. Just no. At the very least, you can't do that and say you're ready and healthy to do a campaign. But nevertheless, let's see who would be doing Trump exam. And let's hear Donald Trump, in his own words, tell us that he's ready, and for the campaign. Welcome to sad, hopefully slightly comical soapbox. My name is Jamarl Thomas. This is the Progressive Soapbox. Guys, if you dig this content, please like, share, and subscribe. You can always support this content through PayPal and, of course, Patreon. I like to say this content is brought to you by you, and I appreciate you for allowing me to do so. Now, there are two videos that I want to show. So the first one, right here. This video trips me out to no end. I think it's the irony of the video. Maybe that's it, the contradiction that's built into the video between I am healthy and cough, cough. Let's play the clip.
You know, last time I had a big problem. They oscillated my mics when I... We had the one debate. We had three debates with Hillary, and on I think the first debate, they... Excuse me. On the first...
Tried to hold that one in. Let's play that again. Let's play it. Let's go back 10 seconds. Let's hear the president cough. I'm healthy. I need to get out there.
Had the one debate. We had three debates with Hillary, and on I think the first debate, they... Excuse me. On the first debate, they oscillated the mic. Well, I want him to vote, but I will say this. Absentee is okay. Because absentee ballots... Excuse me. Absentee ballots...
Ooh, that doesn't sound healthy, dog. Are you sure you're COVID-free, Mr. President? Are you sure you're COVID-free? I'm sorry. You have to be able to make that phone call without that gravelly voice. Ignore my cough. Listen to my lying words. I'm ready. I'm COVID-free. Now, let him tell us he's healthy. I want to hear the healthy part. Tell us you're healthy.
Are fine.
What
is okay. They...
I don't necessarily think it's alarming. I just think it's evident.
Oscillated my mics when I had the one debate. We had three debates with Hillary, and on I think the first debate, they... Excuse me. On the first debate, they oscillated the mic. Well, I want him to vote, but I will say this. Absentee is okay. Because absentee ballots... Excuse me. Absentee ballots are fine.
What do you...
Now, Trump is telling us that he is ready to hold the debate and that he is going out there to do rallies. And on top of that, again, he's going on Fox. This is not me, Fox says it. Trump to appear on Tucker Carlson, one-person interview after COVID diagnosis. The interview will take place on Tucker Carlson, 8 p.m. Mark Siegel will conduct a medical evaluation and interview during the program. I mean, he's not going to do that evaluation to Tucker Carlson, I don't think. So I imagine they're doing that to the President of the United States. The public has largely received information about the President's condition from his daily tweets and updates from his medical team. Why are you telling me that? Unless that medical examination is going to be on the President of the United States himself. White House physician Sean Conley sent out a memorandum early in the day stating that the President will be able to return to the public engagements this weekend and had completed his course of therapies for the disease. The President is healthy. Well, you just heard him coughing his way through that interview. Okay. Saturday will be day 10 since Thursday diagnosis, and based on the trajectory of the advanced diagnostics the team has been conducting, I fully anticipate the President's safe return to public engagements at that time, Connolly said in his memo. Come on. The President and First Lady Melania first announced they tested positive for COVID-19 early last Friday, just before 1 a.m., although the actual timeline of his diagnosis is unknown. Nobody knows. Now, he is running out there saying, basically, I'm going back to my campaign events. I'm healthy. Healthy as a horse. Healthier than I was 20 years ago. I'm healthy. I'm done. My body is no longer full of drugs and steroids. I am finished. The person who's going to do this medical evaluation is this guy, Dr. Siegel. Now, this is the interview where Trump said he got a cognitive test. I have been laughing my ass off at this interview ever since I found out that this existed. Now, for some reason, I kind of remember this, but now that I'm seeing it, I don't remember the entirety of this. And so it hit me at once, like, oh my God, I can't believe he said that. And I can't believe he stood there and did that. And I can't believe his staff allowed him to do that. And maybe this is one of those things where the president is a force unto himself, but oh my God, don't let the president do this. This is the funniest shit ever. And for people who are not Donald Trump. Now, coughing through an interview is bad enough. That's bad enough. If you get COVID and you want to be a tough guy, I'm so tough that the virus itself, like my masculinity is just more than the virus itself. I don't care about the virus affecting my body. I'm a man. I'm Trump. I can take it. Throw me out there. I'm a bear. I can do it. You can't cough through an interview. You can't do that. It looks funny. CNN doesn't like you all that much. And so CNN can play that and laugh at you as they say the president says he's well. The president lies a lot. And the president is coughing through that interview. That doesn't look good. Look, I'm not a big fan of yours, but heads up. Heads up. Secondary part. This looks bad also. This is the guy who's going to do Trump's medical evaluation on Fox. Siegel. Let's play the clip.
If you're in the office of the presidency, we have to be sharp. So they were saying all these different things. It was going all over. Whichever stuck. None of it stuck, fortunately. But one of the reasons it didn't is that I took a test. I said to the doctor, it was Dr. Ronnie Jackson, I said, is there some kind of a test? An acuity test. And he said there actually is, and he named it, whatever it might be. And it was 30 or 35 questions. The first questions are very easy. The last questions are much more difficult. Like a memory question. It's like you'll go person, woman, man, camera.
Stop right here for a moment. Stop right there for a moment. If we were in a politics class, just pretend for the moment, and I was showing this on screen, and I said, what do you think of this moment? Like, what do you think of the person who's having this conversation? You will say, well, he's talking about an acuity test. Right. He's basically saying, I took a cognitive test. And somebody's going to ask, well, wait a minute. Why did the president take a cognitive test? Is that required for the job? Did somebody ask the president to take the cognitive test? Was the president needed to take the cognitive test? Did Joe Biden take the cognitive test? Why? Why did he have to do that? And then it's like, well, is it possible that maybe there is a problem there in regards to his thinking in those ways? The problem here is you're going to get a probabilistic distribution. At the very instant that you do that and you're having that conversation, it's a beat your wife question. I didn't beat my wife. Why would I beat my wife? I will never do that. And you're going to have, at the very least, you're talking about beating your wife. Even if you're talking about not beating your wife, to some degree, you're still having a conversation about beating your wife. Same thing. Is the president altogether there? When the president comes out the hospital, he seems like he is losing his fucking mind. And so this is an old video. This is not the exact same video. This video took place a little while ago. But I guess I'm making a point that the very fact that he's having the conversation looks bad. It just looks bad. Like, you may make allegations against Joe Biden, but you are right now having a conversation about whether or not you're altogether cognitively fair. And it looks... You don't have these conversations. That's all I'm saying. it is difficult to avoid this. Don't get me wrong, it's mudslinging in politics, so fair enough, you have to deal with it. I'm just saying that all things being equal, this is always a horrible thing to go into. And he just goes all in into something that I would hope that everyone who's watching this knows. He's basically, most likely, lying. But let's hear him out. Beat your wife.
TV. So they say, could you repeat that? So I said, yeah. So it's person, woman, man, camera, TV. Okay, that's very good. If you get it in order, you get extra points. Okay, now he's asking you other questions, and then 10 minutes, 15, 20 minutes later, they say, remember the first question? Not the first, but the 10th question? Give us that again. Can you do that again? And you go person, woman, man, camera, TV. If you get it in order, you get extra points.
If I'm not mistaken, this is Siegel. If I'm not mistaken, that's Siegel. He's the guy who's going to be conducting Trump's tests. This is the guy.
They said nobody gets it in order. It's actually not that easy, but for me it was easy. And that's not an easy question. In other words, they ask it to you, they give you 5 names and you have to repeat them, and that's okay.
You don't go into questions like this. Like he's going all in. Like, it's not like, it's so bizarre. It's one of those things where you're trying to explain yourself so much. But what you're trying to explain yourself on is your own competence. That's what this question basically is, or whatever he's talking about in this case. Competence. You are trying to basically give a stated reason to why you are indeed competent. And you're trying to do so in lieu of a test that, I gotta be honest, I don't fucking believe you took. The doctor who's standing there, listening to him do that, Mark Siegel. You can watch him tonight, Friday, today. Fox News. Give the president. And I gotta be honest, maybe the president has a different way of doing it. So he is the president of the United States, and he's not going to want to look bad on TV. I will be impressed if Trump takes the thing to the nose, doesn't eye water, doesn't do anything, just stands there and takes it like a man, grits his teeth and just doesn't do it. No, I couldn't do it that way. I was fair enough. Sorry, Mr. Thomas. It's okay. But I would be impressed. It's not Siegel. It's how do they? Maybe I'm mispronouncing it. Siegel. Yeah, Saegel. Siegel. Mark Siegel. So, interesting to watch. Maybe I've had to, like I said, it was not interesting to watch me at all. Just basically cry and need a tissue when I left. But I'll end this here. I mean, this video wasn't meant to be long. If I can get it, hopefully I can get the video of him doing that. That's going to be funny as hell for some reason. I don't know. I think it's, if I'm being bluntly honest, I think it's utterly appalling and embarrassing that the president of the United States is going on Fox News to get a medical exam. At worst, it would have never occurred to me to do that. At worst, on my worst day, it would have never occurred to me to do that. There are ways to work with the other campaign where the campaign is forced to accept that the president is clear of a virus. And one of the ways of doing that is getting an independent doctor to do it. Instead of this is theatrics. And I got to be honest, if I'm the Biden camp, I would not take anything that comes out of this as being legitimate. Why would I? Think about it from the standpoint of two opposing sides. Say we're playing chess, or say we're playing any competition or any game. And from the standpoint of me, as Joe Biden, I don't want to debate Trump again. I don't want to get on that stage with him. And so, because I don't want to get on the stage, you better give me clear, unequivocal, flat fucking truth that you are not infected with COVID. Not one molecule of it remains in your body. And also, none of the experimental drugs, because, hashtag reasons. That doesn't do it. Now, the reason I can ask for that is because I don't trust you. And like I said, I don't want to be on a debate stage in the first place. So yes, I don't want to be on a debate stage, but also I have a fair reason of saying I'm a aged man. I am on my last legs, and a strong wind would blow me over. So no, I will not take any chances with you. Trump thinks the mask thing is unmanly. Coughing on television is also unmanly, if you want to call anything unmanly. I'm making the point that he screwed himself to some degree. He's the one that needs to get on that debate stage. And so, yeah, you need to find a middle ground before you can do those things. And unfortunately for Trump, there was nobody around his team that could make that case. And yeah, so this is where it goes. Joe Biden is going to be standing at a town hall spewing probably nothing of real substance. This could have been a fundamentally different election. That's the wild part. I don't think Joe Biden is the most beatable of Democrats that has ever been put out. Hillary Clinton might have been unliked, fair enough. But at the end of the day, Joe Biden has all sorts of weaknesses. And none of those things were really exploited. Instead, they ran a campaign for Trump as if Joe Biden was Bernie Sanders, missing the fact that many of the policies that Bernie Sanders was pushing was popular. And arguing that Joe Biden was Bernie Sanders, which nobody believes. And then going further with this nonsense of, he's going to be pulled by the left and all. Not understanding that the left has no power in the Democratic Party. They were bashed, beaten, and utterly destroyed and basically laid down once Joe Biden was chosen. So, yeah, not to mention the 200,000 dead people, or 30 million people unemployed, or all these people getting evicted, or the decimation of the Midwest. So all of these things will play in regards to Donald Trump's difficulty in regards to winning this race. But I'll leave it here. I don't want this one to go too long. I'm going to say like, I'm going to say share, and subscribe. Thanks all.